Yo, brothers. Today's gonna be rest day. Rest, RESTDAY. Whoa! You're gonna say that this guy haven't posted for, let's say, a week, and all of a sudden, you're taking a rest day. Holy shit! That's inappropriate. You gotta go to the gym. Apparently, though, I've been to the gym almost every day since the last time I haven't posted. The reason why I wasn't recording is because basically I wasn't in a car for a while. I used train and I was walking to the gym with my friends. Even it was something like a solo, I wasn't using my car to go to the gym. So 5 days in a row visiting the gym, and today is gonna be a rest day. It's Monday though, it's Monday. Actually, I have one video that I'm gonna post tonight actually, which basically means that I haven't been posted for like, let's say 4 days in a row. That is what it is. Since it's gonna be my first day of the week, going back from my office not to the gym for today actually, to my house. So I've been recording. Anyways, how are you freaking doing? I've been listening and talking to my friends recently who, like, including me probably, and mostly are freaking depressed for multiple variety of reasons. One, work, relationships. One, nothing, too special happening in your life. No plans. Not much expectations from of your future. Also, not getting any results from your made efforts, which still you probably are, and we probably are pursuing. But yeah, sometimes and most of the times expecting those results from the pursuit are so difficult, including me. Because I was talking to a guy last night. I said 9 out of 10 times when I'm in an action, it doesn't go well. One time it might have gone well. The rest, 90% of the action I actually make, are failing. I won't say losing, because the only time when we lose is whatever the lose. I literally forgot the quote from, I just saw it, like a really cool quote from the internet, but anyways. How are we freaking dealing with these failures? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We gotta keep pushing, but sometimes I also feel like I'm so depressed. I feel like I have no future about my pursuits. Not talking about only like gym, like could be work, relationships, studies, your like plans ahead. Nothing freaking is going well. I was initially planning going to the States after experiencing 3 years in my company, which is gonna be on next April. But I genuinely at the same time feel like I won't be able to achieve that goal. Because as soon as I started going and working at not the gym, at my work currently, those goals, plans, like future expectations faded gradually. So the first year I felt like, okay, I have I've been missing a lot of sentences. I have a couple of years left. I'm gonna contribute on the work that I'm currently contributing, mainly, and probably like secondly or thirdly, I'm gonna think about like moving out to the other place. It could be countryside, it could be abroad, it could be wherever that I really eager to go. But recently, since we have only how many months actually, like 10 months ish left until which I was expecting in the first place, till now. And I really think that is not gonna be the case for this time. I've been making some excuses. For instance, when Trump was elected as a president of the States, he increased the amount of the H-1B visa for foreigners. For instance, when company tried to hire someone, previously they had to pay somewhere around like $1,000-ish. I could be wrong, let's say this. But I think it was something around like $1,000-ish, and which was increased to $100,000. I don't know. I just looked up the CNN news. Probably was like around a year ago when Trump was elected. And as soon as I saw the freaking news, I was like, probably the States is not a place. Obviously, we know that there are a lot of foreigners and a lot of problems coexist due to the immigration and stuff, but yeah, like the value that I like really currently have, I guess it's not worth it for some company to hire me. It depends, because let's say if I can make more than that money, let's say triple, quadruple, whatever, it would be worth it for the specific company, right? Maybe like in a short term, I don't know, but let's say, for instance. But the like initial expectation or the gateway, whatever you call it, are so high compared to visiting other countries. For instance, like Australia, probably UK, those Europe area are not as competitive as visiting the States, I'm assuming, but I haven't looked for it, because if I'm visiting Europe, it's gonna be either London, let's say England, or Netherlands, I'm assuming. England, I was there when I was like 14 years old. I did love the culture and stuff, but also at the same time, I've been, checking those news that, okay, the job market is like, there's a job market crisis. The rent are so freaking expensive regardless of the size of the room. Like, bada bing, bada boom. Netherlands, I'm not pretty sure, but they do speak, I can bring my English and literally use that for the rest of my life, right? But at the same time, what am I gonna be working for? Something like that. And something like that as well in Australia and the States. I'm eager to do that, and I'm saving my money for it, but it's like, I'm expecting there's a higher chance of me starving out of the freaking downtown rather than getting settled down and actually making a decent amount of money to make live. So, this statement is so difficult, and sometimes actually, like, for those people who are so, ambitious about their goals and stuff, they just like initially make their moves. Like, okay, I saved this amount of money. Like, even if they don't have enough money for like the immigration, like, let's go, whatever. There should be some occasions where we could get some help from friends, like whoever, who are like eager or willing to help others in order to, probably from their experience, that they get helped as well back in the days. I do know some of those situations. And when I visited the States when I was in the university, also there were like a lot of people who actually helped me to get on the transportation, like getting on this car, travel all over the places, maybe like stay at the place like which we just literally met the same exact day. As far as like you seem really wholesome, then I think there are a lot of people who can help you. But I guess the ratio, or like considering, okay, let's say the ratio sounds so arrogant, but let's say, like, just a disclaimer, but I'm a Japanese citizen who was born and raised in Japan. So long story short, English is not my first language, so there might be several expressions which doesn't make sense for a native speaker. Anyways, the ratio who are like willing to help others are shrinking, in my opinion. And of course, it's just my observation, so it's not like one-to-one clear statement. But yeah, like I'm just feeling like, for instance, let's say 20 years ago when I randomly visited the States, of course, the inflation, whatever, are also the part of the problem. But let's say 2 out of 10 people, let's say 5 out of 10 people help me if I ask, but currently it's more like 2 to 1 ish. So yeah, we never know what happens, but I really gotta be real about my goals or about my future in order to, achieve more happily life. Let's say as much as I can, but at least living in Japan, particularly in this kind of like urban cities, Tokyo, like Kawasaki, whatever. So depressed. I'm so depressed. I'm not like hating Tokyo or whatever. I actually said the same thing before, but visiting Tokyo or Japan as a tourist should be way more better experience compared to living in here and growing up. I mean, I would never know because I was born and raised in Japan, as I said. So it's like, who knows from my perspective, but I'm really, really... God bless you. God bless you. If you visit Tokyo as a trip, bless you. Bless you. Like, actually, I'm so, like, envious about it. Which I will never be able to experience that in my entire life. Vice versa, though. But I guess, like, the satisfaction where foreigner comes to Japan, or me going to the States or any other countries as a foreigner, are totally different. Let's say more directly, coming to Japan as a tourist should be, I don't know, to be honest, but let's say from my perspective, much more happier than me or foreigner visiting the States, like those downtowns and shit. I don't know. It could be, if I go to a countryside, and it might be a way better experiences. I don't know. I've never tried that before because I didn't have my driver's license. Currently, I can transport it to the States number, but I can't like literally bring my car to there, so I gotta somehow figure out how to drive my car. Like those problems, jobs, pretty much jobs and transportations, and let's say primarily job, are the main factor that I'm like so hesitant of visiting the States. We never know though, because I'm strongly believing that I'm gonna leave this company on next March. I'm not sure though, let's see. But if I say something like, okay, I initially wanted to do this and I really loved staying in this company and contributing in a lot of multiple aspects, but still I cannot, I might regret if I'm not trying going to the States, like those kind of statements. And I think that will be more than likely agreeable that I'm gonna quit my job rather than, oh, stop, I'll have a promotion, so you gotta stay here for a while, little longer, unless you find someone else that you can, that who can literally fit my role currently. I don't freaking know. But I would really love to try visiting the States at some point, which I don't know, it's gonna be like sooner or later. It doesn't really have to be the States, but Australia? Somehow I'm not like really interested in Australia, but I'll try to look up for the information on the internet, because I don't want to judge. Okay, States are the best, Australia is not as good as that. It depends on personality or like any experiences, but and I don't know what the hell am I gonna do, because let's say if I move into those countries where to land a job English is like almost necessary, for me at least it'll be real difficult, because my English level is not as high as, of course, native speaker and those people who pursued educations using English. that's also the reason why I'm doing this, because this is not going to be the only place where I use my English, but it really helps me. At least it's going to be like 30 minutes a day, and it literally adds on top of my daily goals, so that let's expand it as a total year, how many minutes I'm doing, like 90,000 minutes ish. I don't know how many hours that is, but actually, how many hours? 150 hours ish. That's a lot. So yeah. And if I do almost every day, though, don't forget about it. And I haven't done it. So yeah, today I will do. Tomorrow I'm going to my office, so anyways, I will be able to do it as well. And yeah, we'll freaking see. So I really gotta be, like I said, I really gotta be really clear about my goals and stuff, because the first statement that I started this vlog is, okay, improving my English and physique, but I had a goal that I'm gonna compete on the stage on this September, which is not capable of doing anymore. So let's say next September, but next September means that I have to stay in Japan until next September, which I think I'll have to delay I'm quitting my job in the year and like doing any other stuff on the year as well. So it's like I'm wondering which option might suit me. Do you think that if I have $5,000 in my bank account, and I'll be able to immediately go to the States and like look for a job? Based on my experience, no. Flight fee, let's say 1,000. No, if it's gonna be like the one-way trip, let's say to where? To Seattle, for instance, $500. Not too expensive. Airbnb, let's look for, cheap option. $60 to $90 per day. So 1.8K for a month. So I can try to live up around 2 months. And I didn't include my nutrition and shit. So that is gonna be difficult. And at this point, I'm in the Benz actually, but I don't want to land into, something like a 7-Eleven or anything, a cashier. It could be a really nice experience, but maybe I actually have to do that in some extent. Meanwhile, looking for the other job. Of course, I'll ask some of my friends who lives in the States, but sometimes it could be really, I won't say frustrating for them, but they of course rather living their own self for, if it's gonna be short while, then it'll be alright, but if it's gonna be long while, staying at their apartment or whatever, I personally think that is not ideal enough, especially for them, and I kind of feel them as well, so I do not know. Actually, my primary goal, I instantly jumped to the next topic, but yeah, the topic didn't change. I will save up some decent amount of money where I can like comfortably quit my job and think about the next move, because I'm gonna be 25 this year, and moving to a new country at the age of 25, I think that is acceptable. And I'm not going to judge by, okay, if you're like 30, 35, moving to any other like random country where you have never been. I still think that is really good. But I'm so anxious that if I visit some places where I'm like old enough to probably have a kids or like a wife or whatever, it'll be much more difficult comparing to where I currently stand right now. So it actually is really difficult if I have to think about it. Is there any people who have like actually immigrated to other countries, let's say to the States at this point? I really want to have your opinion but at the same time I'll try to look up on the internet, because there should be a lot of resources, especially as a Japanese. It could be mixed race or whatever, but moving to other countries without like any, I mean, it's not like I don't have any savings, but let's say if I have like $10,000, I think that is not enough for a year, obviously. 20, 30, as much as, you know, it could grow, that would be always nice, but enough is not enough, I feel like. So we gotta testify and actually land a job as soon as possible, which is gonna be difficult in the current stage. Australia though, I mean, the climate seems really nice. It's not super far from Japan, but I really don't know. I think I should have I should visit one country as a trip for like about a month, saving up some money, and at the same time look for a job. It's not like a trip, but like I chill outside and look for a job aggressively. Meanwhile, I'll stay at somewhere. It could be Airbnb, it could be at my like friend's house, and do random shit. I don't know. So, oh, wait a minute. I got a fucking message from my boss. Wait a minute, please. Can I find a fucking parking lot around here? I don't think so, actually. Fuck. Yeah, I'll continue as soon as I solve that problem, eh? I'll see you later. Yo, we back. I just sent a message to my boss. Document, fuck you. So what we were talking about actually, about the next move of the States, Australia, whatever I want. How about you though? I'm genuinely curious about it. If you are trying to move to a new place, especially to a different country, where is it gonna be? Is it gonna be England? Is it gonna be the States, as a lot of people do? Is it gonna be Japan, maybe? Anywhere else? What is your goals? I really want to know. And what is your plan as well? That I also really want to know. Because, like I said, back to the point, 9 out of 10 plans fails. Typically fails for me. So even if I expect that I'm gonna visit the States, let's say on next April, I think it's not gonna go well, but we still have to try at least to make it come true, so that hopefully at the end of the day I can, live in the States, live in whatever country that I really want to visit. I don't know. I won't say these are the reason why I've been so depressed recently. I mean, it's not like a depression. It's like a new movement. Thinking of a new movement in the future, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be correlated as, okay, I cannot make my new plan, I cannot make my new move or whatever, so I'm gonna be like so depressed. It's not like that. I'm trying to think how to solve these problems, or the eagerness, so that in the future I'll be more happier and decisive. I mean, at least that I would have a better option, right? Hopefully. So that's what I'm trying to do currently, which it's not a thing which I can solve it like within a day or even within a week. Months are required. Anyways, tomorrow we gotta do arms. I couldn't do triceps last time, so I have to really spam triceps. I haven't talked yesterday program, right? I did back with my friend, also rear delts. it was like something between like 2 hours to 2 hours and a half session. So when we actually visit the gym and work out with other friends, then it'll be really long, which I really like because I feel more pumped. And he actually like makes a lot of good point of view where, for instance, like I was doing a machine row and my posture, my form wasn't like really effective enough for upper back. He mentioned about it. I flared my blades, the shoulder blades, and they felt more better. So something like that. You can like, sometimes, you know, you'll be able to like take photos or videos at the gym, but typically in Japan gyms, they don't allow, because we were like talking, of course, let's say we were like decently loud, but like they actually said that, oh, you guys are too loud, and one of the gym goer, one of the membership haver, I don't know how specifically I'm gonna call it, but claimed that, oh, these two fucking foreigners are too loud, so you gotta like tell them to shut the fuck up. And one of the staff members said, oh, you guys are too loud, so can you like decrease your voice? Okay, of course. I said sorry about it, because probably like for some people it was like not an ideal thing to hear, but those things happen in Japan actually. Like when I'm recording, stuff says that, oh, there's a privacy policy, which probably, you know, like other people are not willing to be honest on the camera or on the social, so you gotta stop and delete the video that you took. Also, like when we were loud and like someone claimed, so we were like claimed as well that we were too loud. Not only the conversation part though, because I got claimed several times before. One time, less exercise, and the other reason was I was probably like too loud handling really heavy weight, which I was doing a deadlift and like moaning like, ah! And one of the staff members said, oh, you're too loud, you gotta be like more chill. Like, how are we freaking supposed to lift 200 kilograms deadlift without like, I mean, with silence? Like, I would like try to do that. Like, do we have to do that? Or like, bro, it doesn't make sense. Like, of course I get like, if I like fucking dying from the fucking lift, then maybe, yeah, I would agree with, but still, like, we gotta fucking scream in order to lift such heavy weight. It doesn't have to be 200 kilograms. If you're like approaching something like 100 kilograms, 50 kilograms, whatever weight that you really need to put effort in it, scream, motherfucker. And they're gonna say like, oh, dude, you're too loud. I'm not going like, fuck, oh, boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna say specifically because it'll be really arrogant and like so meaningless that I'm complaining on the video, but sometimes I really hate those kind of aspects about the gym in Japan. Yeah, so I don't know. Have you had any experience going to the gym in Japan? Or maybe in abroad as well? But that doesn't happen in America. When I was in San Francisco, I had a membership. It was like a LA Fitness or whatever, SF Fitness. Bro, everyone was screaming. Everyone was like dying, lifting really heavy weight. And no one did complaining because that one, I think that's, you know, screaming when you lift a really heavy shit are really important. It really adds up, you know, your energy. Also, pretty much everyone's using their headset or AirPods or whatever you call it, so like you don't hear that shit. I don't know about these things these days. And I'm pretty sure that like who claimed yesterday was probably like 60 to 70 years old OG guy. I mean, respect, but bro, you gotta use your earbuds, mate. You gotta use your earbuds and like noise cancelling shit, mate. I think it's not healthy recently, like these fucking complaints. and they don't like directly tell anyone. Of course, okay, to be fair, we both look, and I'm Japanese, but at least my friend was foreigner and we were talking in English, so they would think that, okay, they might not be, understand English. No, they might not be understand Japanese, but the staff member literally asked us in Japanese, and I replied in Japanese as well. Is he surprised about it? I don't fucking know, but bro, where are we supposed to go? And also, let me add some information on top of that. Bro, my pronunciation is like so discombobulated. The gym we visited last night is okay. Let's say it's not a past tense. I think still is like trying to progress in a good way, but it's relatively wholesome gym compared to other gym in Japan. It has like a lot of machines. Those staff members are like so reluctant, right? Like open-minded about those kind of new things. But still, in that kind of gym, we got like claimed. So where are we freaking supposed to go anywhere? Like, we don't have a fucking like Go Gym membership. Okay, let's say I can afford Go Gym membership, but I don't have like I literally need to drive an hour in order to go to gym. That doesn't make sense. So of course I'm not gonna scream anymore. Let's say, if I gotta be honest, that's a really sad aspect of going to the gym in Japan. Do you guys have such experience all over the places, or is it the thing only happens in Japan? I think it's not only for Japan, but it's just like so highlighted. For instance, like if we pop a gun or in a gym or whatever, like in the States, of course, like they'll call police. But like screaming when you're trying to lift heavy weight, please, mate, please, I really beg you to forgive us to scream. Like, really, bro, how are we supposed to lift a heavy weight? Of course, if we were like Ronnie Coleman, then we would be able to, but we ain't Ronnie Coleman or Samson Dauda, which Samson Dauda is gonna win the next Olympia. I'm really like hoping he would. Either Samson or what's his name? Actually forgot. No, of course I do know the guy who won the Arnold. Fuck, I can't pronounce it actually. Arnold 2026. Who was that? Jacked. No, he was jacked from Nigeria. Something jacked. No, it's not Derek Lunsford. Huh? Madison Jack. Wait, what was his name actually? Wait, I forgot. I for sure know his name, but I know his name and physique at the same time. He has a fucking angel wings. His back looks like an angel wings. Wait, who was that actually? I for sure know him. Andrew Jacked. So yeah, either two of them should win the Miss Olympia, which I'm rooting for Samson Dauda, much more heavier. But yeah, we'll see the update. It's gonna be on September, right? I'm so excited. How I'm not gonna go to my job when it's held. Probably it's on weekends, so it's not gonna be too, Did I take a day off last year? I don't remember. I was watching with my friend, and I think I haven't. Like, it was on Sunday, so I could have, like, no matter what, watch it. I don't remember actually. Anyways, tomorrow's gonna be arms. I'm so hoping that the workout is gonna be real well. Gonna go well, and I don't have to go for a business trip this week, so I literally can keep lifting and pretty much do things that I really want to. Also, on this weekend, I have to go for my car dealer to put my oil and shit because I've drove 8.7 thousand kilometers already and I haven't changed the oil, so it's not a good thing. at least I have a reservation, so I'm willing and I have to go there in order to have a good maintenance of my car. So anyways, I've been yapping a lot. I'll freaking see you tomorrow. As always, I really appreciate watching, and tomorrow's gonna be Arms Day. I'll freaking see you tomorrow. Peace.